Mansfield in the morning.
Yes, today I am speaking about emotions. On Sunday morning, I woke up early, which is a silly thing to do on a Sunday morning when we don't have church yet.
Yes.
And after saying my prayers, I went through Facebook, as one does, and I saw a podcast with the Dalai Lama. And he spoke about the particle nature of things. And he said the West was far behind India in terms of understanding quantum physics. And we needed to understand that everything has a particle nature, because that is why we have problems with emotions, because we don't understand that. And he said the reason we experience the emotion is that we look at the appearance of things, and we need to actually look deeper, because beyond the appearance, we will see that everything is particle in nature, and so we don't have to have those emotions associated with it. Now, on the one hand, I agree with him 100%. Everything is made up of particles. Everything has vibrational energy. And looking beyond the appearance of things and seeing that helps to take the sting out of certain emotions. And I tried it out when I was feeling a bit upset the other day. And it works. However, I also disagree. And this is where I want some of the input from you, because I think that we need to feel emotions. We need to understand the more difficult emotions and work through them, and understand ourselves and how to work and control some of our emotions. But being human is having emotions. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, so when we look a bit more deeply at the emotions, there are many different types of emotions, and they do influence how we live and interact with other people. At times it may seem like we're ruled by these emotions, and that is why the teachings such as the Dalai Lama are so important, because we need to make sure they don't rule us. And they always say don't make an emotional decision. Wait. Apaki has a saying, he said to me once years ago, he said to me, sit on your hands, Shona, and that's wonderful. Wait till the emotion passes. He said, type the email, don't send it, sit on your hands. And the choices we make, the actions we take, and the perceptions we have are all influenced by the emotions we're experiencing at every given moment. And psychologists have tried to identify the different types of emotions that people experience, and there are many different theories that have emerged to categorize and explain those emotions. So they're basic emotions. In the 70s, psychologist Paul Ekman identified 6 basic emotions. These were sadness, fear, anger, surprise, disgust, and happiness. And he explained how we all try to seek happiness and how that's culturally influenced. But I'll probably look at that in more detail tomorrow. And there's another psychologist, Robert Plutchik, who put forth a wheel of emotion that worked something like the color wheel. Emotions can be combined to form different feelings, and I think we've all experienced that. Happiness is not just one emotion. You feel it in different ways, much like the colors can be mixed to create other shades. Now, according to this theory, the most basic emotions act something like building blocks. More complex, sometimes mixed emotions are blending of these basic ones. So, for example, the basic emotions such as happiness and trust can be combined to create love. In 2017, studies suggest that there are far more basic emotions than previously believed, and it was published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Researchers identified 27 different categories of emotions. So you can see it takes quite a while to understand your emotions. So rather than being entirely distinct, the researchers found that people experience these emotions along a gradient. And some of the basic types of emotions they explore, and they explored it in depth, and how they impact on us. And they said that it's really important for us to understand those emotions in order to understand ourselves and why we react in different ways. And that brings me back to the Dalai Lama, because then if you are reacting in a way that is negative for you, you can change that. By changing your thought, you can change the emotion. And that's why positive psychologists have been so important to us, because they've helped us to reframe what we're seeing, and therefore we reframe what we're feeling. But I'm going to end this morning, because now I've used up my time, with a quote from Jeremy, actually. He was reading a whole lot to me. No, this was deep. This was really deep. What other people think of you is none of your business.
That is very
And
deep.
I think when we're looking at emotion, that is a wonderful quote to end the day, because if we hold that, we won't feel so many things that stress us out, because we'll be more focused on who we are and what we need, and not what others think. God bless you and keep you safe.
Thank you, Reverend Shona.
Here it comes! It's Mansfield in the morning. Driven by Sandown Motors, your Mercedes-Benz partner. On